morning, Dubai, and welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Today, we're going to go through the UAE salary guide, what you should be earning in 2022.
And we'll also be talking about Dubai Deliveroo driver decks out his bike with pictures of Fazza in hopes of meeting him one day.
Interesting. Also, Dubai is comeback city for Novak Djokovic. We'll be talking all things Dubai duty-free tennis.
And a man saved an injured pigeon from an oncoming traffic in Jaddaf, Dubai. So more on that as well.
And also, of course, Comic-Con is returning to Abu Dhabi, and we're going to give you all of the latest on that. But before we get into it all, we're going to look a little bit further afield. What is going on with the Kardashians and Kanye?
Oh God, Casey.
Does anyone know? Does Kanye know?
That's so true.
Does
Does
Kim know?
anyone really know? But yeah, recently there were allegations that Corey Gamble is cheating on Kris Jenner, and then of course, who jumped in with statements? Kanye West.
So everyone knows Kris. Like, Kris is the matriarch of the Kardashians. She is their business manager of each of her super successful offspring. She makes 10% off each, and she's been in a relationship with Corey Gamble since her relationship with Caitlyn
Jenner.
Sorry, I was like Bruce Caitlyn. Since her relationship with Caitlyn broke up, I thought Kanye dropped the allegations. By the way, Kanye's going through something, and our thoughts are with him because he's clearly not okay. But I thought Kanye dropped the allegations that Corey was cheating on Kris.
Yeah, that's what happened. So he dropped the allegations, and then he put out an allegation and then a statement to go along with that, saying, it's so funny, God has a plan to remove the godless Corey needed to never be here anyway. So clearly someone's not a fan of Corey, and he called Kris a superhero. Yeah, a hero.
Yeah, he had a quite a long, and he said about Kris that, you know, she's amazing, and he called her out on that. But like, there's just so much family drama. Like, we all have our family dramas, right? Like,
yeah.
there's like, you know, your cousins and your uncles and your aunties. Like, and imagine if, you know, someone's going through something, but imagine if you had the world as your platform to vent.
Yeah.
Because obviously Kanye is doing that. He is using his platform to like probably call out, like, but you know, everyone has like these different relationships with their different members in their families,
yeah.
and you might, you know, suspect something, but you don't know what goes on behind closed doors between Corey and Kris.
It's just so harmful to the dynamics of everyone in the family, and to think it's so public, and all the kids go to school, so of course it just becomes a joke when you go to school, right? And your friends are like, oh yeah, I see you in the papers again, what's happening with your family? It's I'm sure there's
true,
an impact.
Simran, will someone think of the children?
Yeah, and there's so many of them.
There's so many. It's hard to
all age groups, and all of them will be facing some kind of, you know, like remarks in school from friends and stuff.
Like,
so
that's their granny. Like, why is someone talking about their granny's relationship on social media? It's not right. And like, in terms of, like, you should never interfere in someone else's relationship.
Yeah,
you just shouldn't.
Definitely not. But oh, Kris is an MVP. Like, just no, don't mess with Kris.
And all of this is ongoing as the new Hulu episode is about to drop. Is that right? What date is it coming?
Genius. Is it a marketing tactic? I have no idea. Should I Google it?
It's soon. They dropped the promo, like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And then maybe it's out now. Have you watched it? Do you care? Are you watching it in the UAE? Do you keep up? Is it still called Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
The Kardashians, I don't know. Oh, okay, probably, maybe they patented the thing, but oh no, it's called the Kardashians.
It's called the Kardashians.
And April 14th.
April 14th. Oh, that's so far away.
Time's gonna fly, Casey.
No, I don't mean because I'm going to be sitting waiting for it. I just mean, like, in terms of stuff that they've already shot. The whole point, like I think one of the issues with E was that the turnaround from show to when they went live was just taking so long. So now with Hulu, I think it was going to be a quicker thing,
Maybe it starts in April and then it's going to progress from there. But whatever it may be, it's just genius. Like, the whole thing that's played out, and like their lives are on display all the time. So this just, like, I don't know, whatever drama it is just works for them. But I've been counting the days.
I love that it's hard to keep up with the Kardashians. We've just got word, I think our Instagram is wrong, so we're gonna wait for Shahir to change it.
Instagram is wrong?
Hi Shahir, thank you for joining. It's the Instagram. I think we just bump into the first stories.
Yes.
Okay, let's jump into our top stories. We're talking all, by the way, if you're watching in Abu Dhabi, jump into Facebook. The UAE salary guide for 2022 is here, and we go through this every year, and it might be our favorite and our least favorite guide. So the Michael Page annual salary guide is developed as a reference for hiring managers and for job seekers to make informed employment decisions, so you know what's going on in the market without needing to do the LinkedIn check.
Now, the guide covers everything from banking and financial services, consultancy, strategy and change, data, digital, finance and accounting, human resources, and so much more. So if you have a job interview coming up and you're getting to that salary chat, then you should be armed with this.
100%. So the most important thing about this is they do an overview of the state of employment. They speak to a lot of workers in the UAE, and they kind of figure out the sentiment of people who are going to look for jobs. And it's interesting because in terms of looking for jobs, I think recently on forums they called it, is it the Great Resignation? People were so kind of scared during the pandemic, and now that people are looking forward, we are going to see kind of more resignations, more job moving in this particular period. And what's interesting is we have a very, positive job seekers. Apparently 98% of applicants think they have the skills required for today's job market that they're looking for. 98%, that's huge, right?
That is huge. 98%.
Think that they have the right skills needed for the jobs that they're looking for.
That's good. That's confidence. What we've been lacking for years and years and years.
They have that confidence. 22% of applicants have relocated since the pandemic. 66% want to learn new things. 64% want professional opportunities. And 58% want a company with a stronger purpose.
People just want a good work life, a good balance, and that shows in the new studies, and especially after the pandemic. People have really sat down, introspected, and they know what they want.
Now, if you know what you want, and if you know what you're looking for, we're going to help you figure out the salary that you should be earning. We're going to talk money.
Let's
cash
talk
dollar.
Some money.
So if you get to that point in the interview that you're talking cash, I would really, if you're in the UAE, revert to this Michael Page salary guide, because it gives you, like we said, a proper rundown. So shall we go through some? So,
yes.
Okay. Help us, please. We can look at banking, finance. Are you in data? Are you in digital? Like, what's the most obvious one? Legal, oil and gas.
Let's start with digital.
Do you think are you in oil and gas?
Let's start with digital.
If so, if you're in oil and gas, can we come to your house and have some food, please? Okay, so I think digital. Do you think digital is all encompassing in terms of like marketing and everything?
Marketing, social media,
data and analytics. Okay, so in the digital section, let's just do a quick rundown.
But I Googled it, and apparently the average salary in Dubai is 21,500 dirhams per month, and I don't know how that is.
Really?
Apparently.
Well, of course, because when you get, so there is a lot of people in low salaries, but when you get people with the very, 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 very high salaries, you take the average, then
and then you get 21,500 per month. Oh.
Okay, so if you're working in digital, if you are basically the head of digital marketing company, you're making between 40 and 60K. But that's after what, 20 years of service? If you are a digital marketing executive, you're making from 12K a month.
I see that.
And if you are a digital project manager, so they don't really have kind of entry-level jobs here. I'm seeing that now, because this is like the digital project manager, so that's starting at 20K. That's manager level.
Okay. Casey, you need to forward this to all of us.
Well, it doesn't have. Guys, what industries are you in? We can go through it. You can figure it out.
Should I check Facebook if anyone's asking for the industry?
Finance and accounting, healthcare and life care. Okay, HR. If you are in HR, and the good thing about HR is it runs across every industry. If you are a learning and development training officer, you should be making 20K. If you're a talent acquisition specialist, you should be making 20K. If you're a HR coordinator specialist, this is across general industries, you're making between 15 and 20K.
That's so interesting. That's super interesting. I think a lot of us are underpaid. I know my friends working in that industry, they are severely underpaid.
These are really big salaries, though.
Yeah.
Like I started on 7,200
For what?
a month.
When you were teaching?
Yeah.
Okay. And how much is the
But
expected
my
salary?
accommodation was included. But when I look at these, I'm like, starting at 15, starting at 20, like that's massive, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
but these are, yeah, exactly. So I don't think these are entry level. I think these are kind of middle of the road. Because if you convert that to wherever you're from, like that's a lot of money.
And I would think the pandemic would have an effect on the salary packages, but I guess that's not the case. And the city is expensive.
Yeah,
you know, so
but I think Dubai is such an interesting city. It can be expensive, and I definitely feel like recently things are getting more and more expensive. But also, like you can do well with rent. Like you can really save money on rent, and you can live you really can. Like just because like we choose to live in specific areas that might cost more money, but like there's amazingly good apartment deals out there, just like slightly off the grid. And if you get a bus and a taxi, like or a bus and a metro, like you would in most other cities, and it takes an hour to get to work because that's normal in most places, like you could do you don't need to spend that much money. And we live the
I mean, yeah, if you work around certain things and if you find the life hacks and Dubai hacks,
no, not even life Dubai hacks, just like normal regular life things where you just like
if you step out of your comfort zone, and you don't always look at the convenient aspect of things,
you pay for convenience. Like in every city, if you want to live in a nice location and if you want to do X, Y, and Z in your life, you'll pay more. But if you want to live a relatively frugal life and save money, I think it is possible here if you just do it in a smart way. Like there are supermarkets that are way cheaper. You don't need to get like the public transport systems are good here. There are ways to save money, and I know we say this as like you notice like there is like taxis are rising, and I heard somewhere that the price of Karak chai is rising across the city from 1 dirham to 1.5. It's like there are those little things, and you notice that the city is getting more expensive. But as a whole, I do think that you can live cheaply for chai.
My friend paid 24 dirhams for 3 Karak chais, and usually it's like 1 dirham per chai.
They're in the wrong place if they're paying 24 dirham for 3 Karak chais.
Moms are. Can you imagine there? That's like the hub of chais.
Well, what type of? It's like a fancy place?
No, it's like those huts on the beach. It's like not one of those chai stores. It's one of those little fancy huts that they have in the middle. So while people are jogging and stuff, they cross by. So in one of those huts.
That's so interesting.
24. It's like.
But it's classic because when you go to like a nice place and you get a tea, it'll be like 14 dirham or something, and coffees would be like 18 to 24.
Yeah.
But then when you go to like a regular place on the side of the street, a Karak is 1 dirham, and it's like, how are you charging? It tastes the same. It actually tastes nicer here. But yeah, you just pay. You're like, oh no, next time.
That happens with water all the time.
Well, with the Dubai Cat Initiative, which has been rolling out across the city, this week I brought a bottle of water to a restaurant, and I was like, "What's on me?" And no one said anything. Everyone was like, no one said anything.
Oh, I mean, okay, so you didn't get it for refills; you got it for yourself.
No, but I thought about. I was like, I carried my water bottle, which I want to habit build that anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, good. They didn't say anything. That's interesting.
Let's see how long that lasts.
Moving on to our next story, the Dubai Deliveroo driver decks out his bike with pictures of Fazza in hopes of meeting him one day. Now, this is a super cute story, and the Crown Prince's biggest fan, Rana Uzair, a Deliveroo driver in Dubai, sent over some sweet pictures of his delivery bike decked out with headshots of His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, aka Fazza, and he added that I'm a big fan of Fazza. I want to meet him. And knowing how interactive and involved Dubai's, the UAE's leadership is, it's quite possible his dream may very well come true. And if seen by the right people at the right time, who knows?
Love this story. We vision what the happy ending might be.
I feel like it is such a possibility, like quite high.
I think it's so funny because we take it from it's such a heartwarming story that would happen on social media. But it's like, is it like to kind of meet your hero type thing?
It completely is. And you know, with the leadership here, it's like when kids go like, our dream is to meet the Dubai police, our dream is to meet His Highness Sheikh Mohammed or Fazza. Like, it actually happens. Like, they make the initiative to go and meet them. So it's incredible. And this one, I feel like it's just, I don't know, just waiting to happen. And just the manifestation is just so real because he sees it, others see it, others think or dream it for him. So it's just like.
But you know what's so interesting about this though is I love it, and if we see it unfold, it would be amazing because you know it's one guy, like you know those photos on his Deliveroo bike, like they're amazing, and it's a super amazing tribute. And then what you usually see is if the manifestation becomes real, you see the copycats. So we'll see like all these like photos like all over the city. But of course, people are like, oh, that's such a good idea, and of course, I'd like to meet His Highness. So
yeah. Why not? These are cute things. And speaking of which, just yesterday, May shared a video of his friend who had a run-in with His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. So, I mean, they're out and about in the city. They speak to us ordinary folks.
Oh, it was amazing. It was His Highness was driving along, and this car saw the #1 number plate. And I think one of the passengers thought it was an Ajman number plate, but the other girl was like, "No, I think it's the ruler." And they came upon him, and not only did His Highness Sheikh Mohammed Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, roll down his window, but he also asked them a question. He's like entered into this conversation. You could like the pitch of their voice is like. So like they're super excited. They were kind of like explaining to him what had happened, which is how we got the rundown of the story. But not only did he ask them, where are you from? He jumped in and he was like, well, I'm from Dubai. I've been here my whole life.
He said that?
That was his response because he started the conversation and then.
That is beyond cute. I'll take out the video right now so we can just have a look at it.
We fawn a lot, don't we?
Over our own posts? Oh. Definitely.
Dum, 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 dum. I don't know if I'm ready for it.
He was like, how long have you... We're so excited to meet you! She was like, it's an Ajman flight. I was like, no, it's Dubai. She goes, go faster.
We're so excited to meet you. And he was like, he had the biggest grin on, just like...
So cute. But like we always say this, it's like rulers of the people. And they are never shy to greet people in public, and they eat in local restaurants, and it just kind of like I think highlights the kind of the respect that we have for the leaders of how excited people get when they meet them.
Oh, definitely. Like this was, I mean, you don't even need to know anything about this, like the context, but just like the vibe of this video, like them screaming and him just smiling from there. It's too cute.
You know what though? Razan needs to be driving his bike, and he needs to come across Fazza. That would be peak.
A coinky dink.
Let's move on. A quick word to our sponsors. The show is hosted in collaboration with Infinity de Lumiere, the region's largest immersive digital art center. They're bringing an immersive journey into the infinity of the universe, focusing on man's fascination with exploring the cosmos.
Now, the digital exhibition in partnership with the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center and the French National Center for Space Studies, paying homage to the UAE's giant leap into space.
And the space adventure takes you from the Guyanese rainforest and into the far reaches of the cosmos, through the solar system and to the galaxies far beyond, to discover the wonders of the universe with its plethora of stars, planets, nebulae, and supernovae. The exhibition is available until April 2. But something that's happening much closer, we are very excited. Dubai is going to be comeback city for Djokovic. Novak Djokovic is in town. He's the world's #1 tennis player, and he's chosen Dubai to make his comeback following the Australia vaccine row. We had him at a press conference last night. It was pretty sensational because obviously the world's media attention is on the tennis, and it's on Djokovic. So he left Australia. He left Australia and he's come to the UAE. This is going to be his first tournament. And it was amazing to he's had one exclusive interview with the BBC, but now this was his first press. And he said that he was motivated to be back at Dubai. He's won the title 5 times, and tomorrow in centre court at 8:30, he takes on young Italian star Lorenzo Moretti, who gave him a tough fight when they last met at the French Open.
Now he said he will go on to tournaments and he can go to, and he's motivated to play the game. But he kind of stuck by his statement last week to the BBC in which he said he will not be forced to take the vaccine. So he's pretty stern on that, and he will be participating in the games where he doesn't need to be vaccinated. And
yeah, he said exactly. He said he can't choose his tournaments now, but he will grab all of the opportunities. That was kind of one of the responses. So he knows that he can't choose his tournaments, but he's going to stand by what he said, which is he's not taking the vaccine. So we will need to, but he said, I just have to follow the rules. Whatever tournament that I'm able to play, I'll try and take that. But he also said, you know, he's super excited to be back in Dubai. He said he's so many great memories on and off the court. He also said Dubai is a hub for tennis. He said so many professional and amateur players are here. They're training here. So it's just a kind of a great vibe and a great ecosystem. So he's super excited, super motivated. And some of the questions last night were about his future in tennis. And I always I nearly feel for number one athletes when they are asked about their future. Because it's like, he's at the top of his game and everyone's like, so what are you going to do after? You know?
Yeah.
Like he's still, so the top four, I think it's Nadal maybe has 21 Grand Slams, and then Djokovic, Federer, Murray, by the way, Murray and Djokovic are playing at center court today in Dubai. So if you're a fan of the tennis, get up to Dubai tennis today. But anyway, they all have 20 to 21 Grand Slams. Nadal has one more, but he's top of his game.
Yeah.
And the question is, so what's happening after? You know, and surely his focus right now is on making sure he retains the number one spot. He has, I think, the number two in the world, could potentially get number one if he wins the title he's playing. I think it's in Mexico. But it's just so funny. So imagine if you're you're number one, and everyone's like, so are you going to play, or sorry, will you move to something else? You're like, of course but his response is he loves the game.
Yeah, I feel like it's such it's a very normal, expected question to have, because everyone wants, no matter which field you're in, everyone wants to know your 5-year plan, 10-year plan, what are your future projects. And that's the thing with sports. It's like when you're on top of your game, it's like it's so short-lived, right? Like just a sporting career, sportsman's career. So it is an expected question, but at the same time, of course, it's not the most pleasant one to hear. And then to think about oh no, my run is gonna just come to an end any one of these days. So yeah, it is a scary one.
I think when you're in that position, you have to be so polite and dignified, and your responses are probably well planned out. I'm sure Djokovic was well prepped for this interview in terms of some of the questions he got was it mentally challenging to come back after what happened in Australia, and his response, he got kind of asked that, and then there was a follow-up question on that. So he was definitely prepared for that. But in this question, I feel like if you'd give kind of a sassy response, you'd be like, number one in the world. I'm just concentrating right now. Thank you very much. That's why I'm
good PR training.
Good PR training. Speaking of good PR.
Good PR. Now, a man saved an injured pigeon from oncoming traffic in Al Jaddaf, Dubai. Now, here's a fun fact for you. February 17th was Random Act of Kindness Day last week, and Dubai residents were all about that. Now, you'll always find residents constantly saving injured birds, dogs, cats, whatever it is, they're always there to help, and whether it's Random Act of Kindness Day or not. And just yesterday, Dubai resident was spotted saving a pigeon that got injured on the main road, and the cars were coming in, but the man still crossed to move the injured pigeon off the road. Now, Mona Bisht shared the video of a man helping a bird, and now it's getting all the attention with over 80,000 views.
You know what really goes to show kind of the sentiment of the people? When we share someone sharing an animal, the views are just up here, because people just love it. In the video, you can see the man crossed 4 lanes until he got to the pigeon, which appeared to be unable to fly after getting injured. He avoided the traffic and lifted the pigeon off the floor and to safety. And if this incident doesn't define the big hearts of the residents, we don't know what does. So salute to this mystery superhero. Saving a pigeon, it's adorable.
It is saving any animal, any helpless animal in need, it is sweet, and people can throw their shade at it and go oh, looking for the 50,000 reward again.
That's every single time we share a save animal or save anything video, everyone's like, oh, going for that 50K, because a year ago, there was a video of men saving a cat, and it was 4 men like helped a cat out of the rafters of a building. The cat was injured, and they managed to save it. We shared the video, and as did a lot of other publications, it reached
His Highness.
It reached His Highness, and those 4 people were actually given. Well, those are just beautiful stories, but we're still going to share the animal saving stories.
Definitely. They deserve to be shared and acknowledged and applauded, because so many things are out in the world wide web. Why not such beautiful acts and gestures?
Well, it is true. You have constant. The media is full of negative news,
Exactly.
and you always make a call of what's relevant to the public eye, what's relevant to the city that we're in terms of what we need to share. But I think with Lovin Dubai, we always look at the positive. We try to. We always obviously try and deliver like the key news stories of the day. Obviously if it's in terms of like COVID updates or travel updates, and as well as that, like why not shine a light on these kind of super cute stories, because
Exactly, and make them the norm. Because I think literally when you drive down, you're so busy in your own head, like everyone leads a fast-paced life. You see something that needs attention, someone that needs help, something that needs help, and you're just like, maybe someone else will help it, or maybe it doesn't. Like you second guess yourself and you just like go. But seeing things like this, you're like, okay, you know what? Like it sets an example. And then you stop your car, you get down and help and do the needful. So I think it's just very good examples.
do the needful.
Guys, we're moving on to our next story. Comic-Con is returning.
That's what I was saying. Do the needful.
Do the needful.
I think that's the funniest phrase.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't grow up with it, so now here when I see it on emails, I'm like, all right, I'll do the needful. You're basically saying do it in a kind way, right?
Yeah, please do the needful.
Please do the needful means do it, but yeah.
It hasn't been done yet, just hurry up and do it.
Just hurry up and do it, but it's a nice way of saying it.
Yeah.
So when you get it in an email, you're like, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, those emails. We can talk about emails all day, every
those
day.
email phrases, that's great.
Guys, but we'll move on to Comic-Con, and it's returning to Abu Dhabi next month. Now, the region's largest pop culture festival is back, and Comic-Con will be back in action at the beginning of next month in Abu Dhabi, and that means your favorite film and TV show celebs are about to descend on the capital to attend a positively huge event that includes gaming zones, cosplay parades, anime entertainment, and more. Stars like Natalie Emmanuel from Game of Thrones fame, and so many more, like The Walking Dead, Michael Rooker from Guardians of the Galaxy are lined up to make sure you have the bestest time.
And not only that, there's also big competitions, live music and performances, exclusive screenings, and limited edition merch. Also performances from Ali Mingna and Charles Martinet. So take note, the Middle East Film and Comic-Con will take place on March 4th until March 6th at the Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Centre. So if you're interested in cosplay, if you're interested in seeing celebs from your favorite shows and like asking them questions, because there will be sit downs and they have a big outdoor stage this year, get down there. It's going to be a lot of fun, and dress up because they encourage that. It's a lot of fun. When you see photos, you're like, oh yeah, that's cool.
And you dress up for this, you keep your costume right on Halloween. It's like 2 birds, 1 stone.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Favorite character to dress up as?
Put me on the spot. Superhero character. Oh, I really like WandaVision. Really like her. I think I would do a WandaVision.
Could be
or
Superman.
maybe a Thanos. I would be a Thanos.
Who's
Actually.
Thanos?
Thanos from Avengers.
I'm not massive on the.
No, but like everyone knows Thanos from Avengers. There are memes on him, the guy with all the 5 gems who closed his fist and half of the universe disappeared. Thanos.
I reckon I see like memes and the actual meaning of them, it just goes over my head.
Okay.
I don't know Thanos.
Okay, fine. What about you?
Superman.
Superman?
Yeah.
Superman? Woman?
Why?
Man. Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess.
Superwoman? Yeah, I guess Superwoman.
I mean, yeah. You can be
Is
a
it
Superman.
basic? Superwoman basic?
It is, but like, why not?
I want to manifest that.
You are already a superwoman, so maybe.
Stop.
Just
and
go
you're
as
already
yourself.
Thanos, just your gem.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know. I don't know. That could be a positive.
He's a villain.
You chose to dress up as Thanos.
Because he's iconic. And now people are like, we need a Thanos in this universe.
Okay, so if Thanos went up against Superwoman, who would win? Good always beats evil.
Not always. We don't know that.
Well, I'm just saying, I meant it in a positive way because you chose to dress up as Thanos. So I was like, well, you're manifesting that. So
yeah.
maybe.
But you know what? Right now, when you see like people doing all these weird things on social media and doing it for the vine, you're like, maybe we need a Thanos. Maybe we need that click and half the universe just disappears. And never mind.
I dress up as Patrick from SpongeBob because he's adorable. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Stay safe and wash your hands.